These are my dear friends, the Canes. This is Adam and his wife, Billy, and these are their sons. That's Skylar and Alex and Ethan and Evan. They're my friends and terrific friends of the show, and they have been my neighbors, but all that is about to change because they are moving far, far away to Northwest Ontario, Canada. They're rugged people. You can see it right there. They're going up to brave the true North and to survive it armed with nothing but their wits and an aggravation board, which I am about to make them. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paint by Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster. The first thing you have to do when you're going to give a going-away gift is to think about the new life that your friend or friends are getting ready to have. Northwest Ontario, Canada is an isolated place, but I happen to know that this family loves to play games together, so an aggravation board and ball set from me seemed like a perfect gift. I also think it'll be probably therapeutic for them and help keep them from murdering each other in their sleep. I start with a 2-foot square of plywood from my local home improvement store, and I find the center of the board by going corner to corner with a T-square. Then, using my T-square and an old 30-degree draftsman's triangle, I divide the board into 6 equal parts from the center outward, and I measure out where all of the little holes go, marking each one in pencil. There's a lot of measuring when you make an aggravation board. Then, you get to do a lot of plunge routing. That's what this tool is. This is Mr. Plunge Router. And you have to plunge him 133 times in an aggravation board. And in real life, he is really, really noisy. Then, you have to sand off all of the pencil marks with this. Guess what this tool's called? Look at it. I call it Pendleton Ward. Come on, Pendleton, get to work and sand off all of these pencil lines. All right. Now, I like to give my aggravation boards sort of a fun theme. So for this one, here are 4 horrible ways you could die in Northwest Ontario, Canada. You could get eaten by an abominable snowman who has claws and teeth made out of ice that are so cold that when he bites you or claws you, it burns. But you're not alive for very long anyway. But he's cold and he's ferocious. Ah! That's when you know he's going to get you. You could get trampled to death by a moose. That could happen. He would stomp you to death like he was an Italian and you just insulted his mother. He's just not going to stop stomping you to death. That would be a horrible way to die. You could get eaten by a bear. I've actually thought long and hard about this one. Imagine some creature who's beginning to eat you, and you scream at the top of your lungs for it to stop eating you, and the bear just bites you harder. You are alive when it starts to eat you. And I don't know how long you'd stay alive, but maybe minutes. Ugh. That would be a grisly way to die, wouldn't it? Yeah. Ugh, awful. Lastly, you could be out on a bright sunny day in the lake. You could be fishing by yourself and catch an amazingly big muskie. And you could make a mistake taking it off the hook. And it could bite your thumb clean off of your hand. And as you try to row in a circle, no doubt, you start bleeding out. And you're going to lay there in the bottom of the boat and bleed to death. And just at the last minute, it flops out of the boat. Now, I also like to put lines all over the board and paint the holes, all of the holes, and mark them and everything, and put the rules for aggravation around the board. Usually that's part of the paint job. I also like to paint the sets of balls. These are just wooden balls that I bought at the Hobby Lobby and painted them up, each set. My wife painted that set over there. There are monster heads, and there are swirls, and there are stars, and there are tiki heads, and there are cheetah balls. I play with cheetah balls because I always win because cheetahs go fast. And that's the board. This time, instead of the closing song, I thought I'd sing you the Canadian national anthem. This is O Canada. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Goodbye, Canes. See you next time. Yeah, no, the joke one is, O Canada, I stand outside to pee. O Canada, I stand outside to pee. See you next time.